If it wasn't so horrible, it would actually be comical how stupid pro riders are. Like, these people literally just can't not abuse their animals for one day. Hey bitch, and welcome back to another video of me talking about people I hate. I am so sick of equestrians treating other people like they're stupid. Any equestrian who wants to pretend to be surprised that Charlotte or any of these other pro riders who just got exposed at the Olympics within the last 2 days are abusive to horses, you're lying. Over the last couple days, I've actually seen people tell me that they don't believe that horses should be removed from the Olympics. And you know what's crazy? The number one reason why people don't want to see horses removed from the Olympics is because they have this imaginary make-believe idea in their mind that they're going to go to the Olympics with their horse at some point. If you're a normal person and you think that you're going to make it to the Olympics riding horses, you're not. All of the pro riders that go to the Olympics are people who have money. This is a sport where only the rich go to play. You don't make it to the equestrian Olympic teams without paying your way to get there. Literally no equestrian on the pro circuit got there because they were just a good rider. So if you are really going to sit there and tell me that you don't think horses should be removed from the Olympics because you want to go to the Olympics at some point, it's not going to happen. The reason I'm so passionate about this is because I have been consistently right about calling out animal abusers and pro riders for the last decade that I've been on YouTube. And people want to pretend like now that everything's coming out, that they're just completely shocked. When people like me have been on the platform saying this stuff for literally the last 10 years, Rick Gore, Shelby Dennis, Dressage Hub, a lot of other people have been calling out horse abuse at the pro level, and nobody believed anybody until now that there's actual video proof. Now people are changing their tune. But what's actually insulting is these people want to pretend like they're shocked. They're shocked and horrified that all these pro riders, that Charlotte, the number one rider in the industry, gets exposed for horse abuse. Are you dumb? Are you actually stupid? We've been here for 10 years calling this shit out. And now everybody wants to pretend like it's shocking. Oh, I can't believe this is happening. Really? Really, you can't believe it's happening? I actually saw one of the most insulting things I've ever seen in my life. People and brands going out of their way to defend Charlotte as if this is just a one-time incident of her abusing a horse, when it's very clearly normalized behavior and it's how she was taught to train. And I think that's very evident given that 2 other Olympic equestrians, pro riders, were literally just exposed at the Olympics over the last 2 days for abusing horses as well, which we're going to get into in a second. It's actually laughable that in the wake of one of the largest riders getting exposed for animal abuse, that other pro riders are so abusive and it's so normalized that they saw that. They saw the top rider get eliminated from the Olympics and they said, no, I still have to abuse my horse because I have been trained to ride this way and I think that this is okay. If it wasn't so horrible, it would actually be comical how stupid pro riders are. Like, these people literally just can't not abuse their animals for one day. I literally saw one of the most well-respected equestrian brands in the industry defend Charlotte, like go out of their way to defend her in a post on Instagram. I know you guys know who LeMieux is because they work with people like Esme and other top creators on the platform. They put out potentially the most horrendous and embarrassing post I've ever seen defending an animal abuser. As a brand, LeMieux is rooted in love of horses. all riders supported by LeMieux agree to a code of conduct for animal welfare which aligns with our values. This is unconditional. The recently released video of Charlotte features conduct that does not adhere to this code or our values. Whilst we respect Charlotte's decision to take responsibility for this incident and withdraw from the Paris Olympics, LeMieux has taken the decision to end our sponsorship. Whilst we respect Charlotte's decision to take responsibility for this incident, LeMieux, where the hell did she take responsibility? She literally opened up her statement with an excuse. Oh, but it was 4 years ago, so I guess it's okay for me to abuse horses. She didn't apologize not one time for abusing the horse, and she also didn't apologize to the rider that was involved in that situation. What's funny too, obviously this post was not taken well. It wasn't received well by the general public because they disabled comments. Over the past decade, we have worked closely with Charlotte and witnessed her contribution to the sport of dressage. It is crucial to remember that behind it all, Charlotte is a real person, facing unprecedented pressures and challenges. Unprecedented pressures and challenges. The bitch was abusing animals. She was caught red-handed abusing a horse. Charlotte is a real person, facing unprecedented pressures and challenges. She abused a horse. She brought this on herself. You know how you don't face unprecedented challenges and pressures? Maybe don't abuse animals. I love how they're trying to make excuses for her and her abusive behavior when it was her decision to abuse horses. She brought it on herself. Nobody else is to blame for this but her. And she won't take responsibility and she won't even apologize for it. We hope that coverage of this story can be a force for greater good and improve horse welfare in the future. I mean, honestly, that's like one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen a brand go out of their way to do. Defend an animal abuser. Embarrassing. Don't support LeMieux. Don't support any equestrians that support LeMieux. I refuse to support brands that go out of their way to defend animal abusers. Unbelievable. Could not believe it when I saw it. And it's like I said too, you guys, I know that you guys like a lot of other YouTubers on the platform, but let me be honest. YouTubers that hang out with pro riders, that interview pro riders, or go to any of the Rolex events, you know who I'm talking about. The ones that you think are the least problematic people on this platform, they know these people abuse horses and they don't care. They don't care. They only care about their career. They only care about going up the ladder because they want to compete with their horses, because they want to keep their sponsors, because they want to associate with rich pro riders in the industry. You know who I'm talking about. I don't even need to put their faces up here. The biggest equestrians on YouTube, they know abuse happens and they don't care. I'm just so sick of it too. This is why I don't hang out with other equestrian YouTubers. This is why I don't go to any of the pro riding events. They're all dirty. They all know that it goes on. They all participate in horse abuse. So don't buy their bullcrap when they try to feed it to you. Anyway, bitch, 2 other riders just could not, for the life of them, not be abusive to their horses for just a couple of days. Because in the wake of Charlotte getting exposed, here we have 2 other pro riders at the Olympics getting exposed for horse abuse. And yet people still want to say that horses belong at the Olympics, that these pro riders, not all of them are bad, not all of them. No, they're all bad. Every single one of them. They couldn't even go a day without abusing their horses. You couldn't go a day. One day. So yesterday, Olympic rider believed to be Carlos Pero forces a horse's neck into dangerous hyperflexed position. FEI did nothing about this, so anybody who wants to pretend like FEI cares, they don't care. They literally don't care. This person is on camera. This pro rider is on camera hyperflexing a horse. They don't care. FEI does not care. Clear violation of FEI's rules. He didn't even get disqualified, as far as I know, up to this point, filming this video. They haven't reprimanded him. They haven't disqualified him. It's actually unbelievable. Like I said, it would be comical if it wasn't so terrible, because it's literal horse abuse. Italian rider Emiliano Portali has been eliminated from the Olympics after his horse was found to be bleeding from the mouth following the eventing dressage qualifiers. The statement from FEI read, "The horse Future was eliminated during the eventing dressage test after blood was found in the horse's mouth." I love how it literally takes blood being found in the horse's mouth or on the horse's body for them to actually get eliminated. It's just so laughable. So what? So this guy gets eliminated, but the other one who was hyperflexing the horse, which is again another violation of their own rules, does not get eliminated. If this doesn't prove to you that FEI does not care about horse welfare, I don't know what does. These are violations of their own rules, and they don't even care. It's so laughable. I mean, they're the most pathetic organization I've ever seen on the face of the planet. They don't hold pro riders to any ethical standards at all. It's so insane to me that people want to still play ignorant about this. They don't want to be faced with the reality that their precious pro riders are seriously abusive to animals, and they still don't want to admit it even now. They literally are only admitting it because it's forced in front of their face now that all their favorite pro riders are getting exposed. Up until the last 2 years or so, when all these pro riders were starting to get exposed left and right, nobody believed us. Nobody believed anybody who called out horse abuse. Now they're acting like they're shocked. "Oh, this is so crazy. I had no idea." Really? Really, bitch? It's hard for me to believe that you had no idea when people like me were voicing it for the last 10 years. Don't support YouTubers who support pro riders or associate with them. Don't support brands that support pro riders or associate with them, especially those people and brands who are defending the abusive pro riders. And brands like LeMieux and other pro riders still want to defend them and say, "Oh, but this person's a good person." No, they're not a good person. If they were a good person, they wouldn't be abusing horses. It doesn't even matter if it's one time. You know something that I've literally never done? Beat my horse 25 times within the span of a minute during a training session. That's never happened. You know why? Because good people don't abuse animals. That's just the truth. Sign my petition. I'm going to link my petition down below. Horses need to be removed from the Olympics, period. It's not going to get better. More and more riders are going to keep getting exposed for horse abuse. And you know what? FEI is not going to do anything about it. So it's time that everybody else takes this into our own hands. They need to be removed from the Olympics. They make all other equestrians look bad. If you want to condone pro riders riding at the Olympics, you are literally condoning people actively abusing horses for a sport. That's what you're condoning. So everybody should go sign my petition. We need to push this as far as possible because nothing is going to change until we personally make a change. It has to be equestrians within the industry who decide that enough is enough, that horses do not deserve to be abused for competitions. Anyway, that's all I had to say. I'll talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye.